Papa?
Hello.
Hello?
Yeah, Srikanth.
Yeah, sorry for delay.
It's okay, man. It's almost 8 o'clock. 2 minutes, okay, it's no problem.
Okay.
Okay. Anyway, actually, yesterday I have joined 9 o'clock, but I forgot to inform him, actually.
Okay, no problem. Okay.
So I thought like 8 to 9:30, I want to take extra, but okay, no problem. Anyway, like the yesterday's and Friday, actually we will recover on Friday and sorry, Saturday and Sunday. Don't worry.
Okay, sure. Sure, okay.
We will go as per the schedule, no issues. On top of like I will cover at least 15 minutes or 20 minutes whenever like it is possible, or maybe topic which will extend. Okay.
Okay, wish.
So, we can cover. That's the reason, and we should not break any schedules and all this actually.
Okay.
So yeah, how was your weekend?
Yeah, fine.
Good. Okay, are you able to see my screen right now?
Yeah, I can see your screen.
Okay, is it visible? Verification and validation actually.
Yeah,
Verification and validation.
Right. Yes.
Yeah, actually the quality assurance and quality control. Here actually, quality control will do validation, and who will do validation and who will do verification. That is important actually.
Quality assurance is verification, I think. Quality control is validation.
Yeah, you're right. So anyway, I have told that, but I have added that slide also for your information. Here actually the intention of this slides, if you go through these slides and go through the material, it is more than enough. No need to worry about interview. Actually, in that way, actually I have molded my PPTs and as well as the material. So before like 2-3 days, you prepare well and you cover all the information which is available in the PPT as well as notes. It's more than enough to attend the interview, and some of the actually based on interview and their requirement, you need to change the dynamics, but 80 to 90% it will be the same.
Okay.
So that is the intention I have prepared in such a way. So now quality assurance and quality control we have covered, and today actually we'll start from verification and validation. See here actually quality assurance, that means like they will do some kind of verifications. Are you doing right product or not? Right process it is going or not? And validation people, what they will do, as per the process they will follow and they will work on it. That is the difference between the verification and validation. So I have mentioned few points actually. Let me go through the points so for better understanding. Verification addresses the concern. Are you building it right? So by seeing this statement, you can understand what they will do. They are actually testing some other people who are doing testing. Simple way I'm just telling. So you are suppose tester, I am your kind of verification POC, suppose point of contact. What I will do, okay, Srikanth is doing his job perfectly or not.
Okay.
There are some processes, there are some standards, there are some policies. They have defined as per the QC quality standards. Those actually Srikanth is following or not.
Okay.
Okay, that is the motto of their actually verification team. Whereas validation, there are already some standards, quality standards, testing standards, and some other standards which are actually designed, because quality standards it will be common, universal, but based on the project to project and client agreement, few changes will happen. So those are also important. Like quality, you have to test thoroughly. That is a very universal standard. But based on the application, you will frame some standards and quality process and policies. Whether actually you are following or not, that is important. So for testing, what is required? Test plan is required, and some guidelines required, and the test plan will direct you. We have discussed the test plan actually. Do you remember what is test plan? Such kind of actually, I have given an overview, basic view, not overview. So test plan is nothing but it is a basic document. It will guide all the testers, managers, and testing team what they have to do and what are the activities they do as part of that particular phase, and all this actually it is mentioned. So are you following me?
Yes, yes.
So these guys actually, validation guys, they will do their job, and verification guys actually, that validation person is doing right or not, and he is actually maintaining all documents and writing test cases properly, and that standards he is maintaining or not, and that particular documents he is actually managing properly, maintaining properly, and following the guidelines and following the SLAs and following the, actually they do such kind of audits, walkthroughs, verifications they will do. So let me go through the second point for more understanding. Here, ensures the software system meets all the functionality. See, here actually they look into the all functionalities are covered, but you are also do the same actually, being a tester. But what you will see, by checking the behavior you will see, but verifying the requirements, suppose if there are 100 requirements. Okay, 1 second, let me open the notepad so for more understanding. These are actually interview questions, like this I am stressing more. Okay, by seeing verification and validation is very easy and you can understand very easy, but coming to interview, like they will confuse you, they will ask you so many questions. So if you strong now, definitely you will be like very strong after going through the documents and reading, and so many times you will read before going to the interview. Definitely the base should be strong. That is the reason I am stressing this point. Let me open the notepad.
Okay.
Or let me open the Paint, actually it is better than this. See here, two teams. One is this is 1V, this is 1V.
Okay.
So here verification is the first one. Anyway, we will go in the same box, verification and validation. Okay. So what these guys will do, they don't execute anything. This V means verification. I will do like this, verification. Okay. Okay. This is validation. Okay. So this is one team and this is one more team. Okay. Just for understanding, I'm writing. I'm not a good drawer. So these are two members. These are two members actually from the verification and validation. So altogether 4. So these two members, what they will do? They don't execute anything. But these people, what they will do? They execute everything. So now you can understand. Ensure the software system meets all functionality. They will ensure all the functionality is meeting or not. So there are 100 requirements. Okay, 100 requirements are there. So 100 requirements, test cases are written for all the 100 test case, 100 requirements, and particular test plan is there. Okay, let me change this. Okay, size. Okay, test plan is there. Test strategy document is there, and all defects is recorded or not. What are the issues? And issues are actually timely. They have updated and following up or not. Such kind of actually activities these people will do. Okay. Whereas these people, they will write like based on the like, okay, if you go as a quality control, I mean as a tester or testing team, what you will do normally, you'll go through the requirements and you write a test cases. On top of, you will execute it and you will find the defects and maintain the quality. Here actually both are doing the same. They are actually trying for the quality, but by executing you will do your job. By monitoring they will do their job.
Okay.
So that is the difference between these two. So you should be very strong in this area. Actually, what quality control guy will do, what verification will happen, verification guys will do. Such kind of confusions at the time of interview they will do normally. So you should be very careful and you should be prepare your ground very strong in these areas. So third point actually. Now verification take place first and includes the checking for the documentation and code. I have told you now. They will verify all the documents are available, all the documents are placed as per the guidelines and standards. Those documents are available or not. If available, those are actually maintain the standards and those are actually informative or not. Such kind of actually do. So this validation guys occurs after verification, mainly involves checking overall product. These are actually mainly concentrated on the product functionality. These guys are actually mainly concentrated on the standards and guidelines. So 1 minute, sorry. Okay, I'm just going. Hello.
Yes.
There is a disturbance actually. Phone, maybe from your end or somebody. Okay. 1 second. Everybody put on mute except Srikanth. Hello.
Yeah.
Subbareddy. Sridhar. Okay. Maybe he is not available. Okay.
Now it's okay.
Here. Now it's okay. So I mean, it should not disturb you mainly. That is the motto.
Okay.
Okay. And it is a static activities. So here actually you have to understand the static and the dynamic. I think by definition or by meaning you understand what is static and dynamic. Maybe you have an idea about the static and dynamic?
No idea right now.
Okay, no issues. Here static actually, okay. Static is nothing but it doesn't change. Or it doesn't actually, it will be static means the share market is static. Constant. Yeah, you are right. Yes. So, but nowadays actually share market it is going very dynamic, like it will change every day. There should not any constant by. So that is actually the difference between the static and dynamic is here actually testing side static activities is nothing but without executing any code. Here, what this verification guys, they don't touch your code. They don't do any execution. Okay, what they will do, they will verify your documents. 1 second.
Okay.
Okay. So they don't do any execution and they don't do any kind of testing, but they will monitor you and the process is going right way or not. So without executing the code or any kind of actually application, that is called static. So those are static activities, including collecting reviews, walkthroughs, inspections, verify software. Sometimes they will just check. Okay, suppose like you have done testing and you have made the test cases pass. Suppose you have 100 requirement and 500 test cases.
Okay.
Suppose. Okay, let me open now. So now we have test cases, 100 requirements, 500 test cases. Oh, sorry, 500 test cases. So suppose like you have started your testing, and after 200 or 300, if any audit is happened, what they will do? Okay, you have mentioned suppose any tool, any software testing tool you have used, either Excel sheet or any tool. What will happen? These guys will do. Okay, 200 test cases you have passed. That means that functionality is working. So sometimes these guys will do open randomly 1 or 2 test cases and check that particular test case is working or not. Such kind of actually things they will do. But normally it is very rare, but they go up to in-depth also. Nowadays actually those chances, actually those task client they are doing. Even client doesn't believe anybody.
Okay.
But normally their job actually. So such kind of actually activities they will do. That's what actually that point also verify software also. Here actually dynamic activities. What is dynamic actually? Coming to the validation, here completely dynamic means you are actually taking the application and you are actually writing the test cases, and by help of the test cases you are actually validating the functionality by executing the application.
Okay.
That means your activities are dynamic. So based on the test case, based on the actually functionality, you will change and you will do as per that. So here actually dynamic and static is means what is static testing and what is dynamic testing. This is a one entry question.
Okay.
So let me explain the definitions now. Without executing the code, any kind of reviews, walkthroughs, inspections, those are called static testing. Are you following me, Srikant?
Yeah, I'm just noting down your words.
You note down also, no issues.
Okay.
You take a running notes also, like if you feel because.
Yes, taking the running notes. Okay.
Yeah, good.
Okay.
On top of validation, dynamic. So tester what they will do? They will write test cases. They will execute, and they will by executing they can understand. Okay, that particular functionality is working, and so here the dynamic and static testing difference you have to understand. Simple. Without touching, executing the code.
Static.
If I do any kind of testing, is it static? With executing the code, it is called dynamic. So these are the two interview questions.
Okay.
And the objective process and no subjective decisions should be needed to verify the software. So what are the objectives of these guys? Only the process. But here actually the subjective process is software works or not. So simple, like by these points actually you can understand. That's what actually I have given more lengthy. But the major understanding you have to understand 2 points. One is what is quality assurance and what is control. So now you understand what is the assurance QA and QC. You are fine with that. And the second interview question is verification and validation. Okay. By asking so many questions, they will confuse you. So, what is verification? Are you doing verification? Or what is the verification? Why you are not doing verification?
Okay.
Such kind of questions they will come up. And what is static testing? What is dynamic testing? And what will be the output of static testing? And what will be the output of dynamic testing? So, by doing static testing, what will be the outputs? Suppose like all the documents are placed properly and the information is properly there or not, that means that is the output of this. But whereas the dynamic, what is the output? That functionality is working and functionality is behaving properly, that is the output.
Okay.
So these are the main actually interview questions. So we have covered the interview questions also. Like most of the times what I am spending my time, you have to understand the functionality as well as the interview questions also, because that flow it will actually give a completeness. That is the important. I can give interview questions after 15 days. There is no use, because you have to remind the topic and you have to correlate that. That is actually a little hectic because you are a beginner. But
Okay.
if I tell now, it will be actually reached to your brain. That is the intention. So every topic actually will cover the interview questions also. So it will be benefit for you also. Because after this course, if you prepare for 1 week or 10 days also, you can just go to the interview. That is the actually motto from my end. Even like my students which are actually taken the course from my end, they have gone for interviews after 10 days also, once they have finished.
Okay.
One or two guys actually they have gone for 2-3 days also once they have completed the course. Because if you get a job, it is okay. Otherwise, we will get an interview experience. Such kind of guys will be there, but most success rate is there.
Okay.
Okay, and now actually we have completed the quality QA and QC verification and validation, these two, and now we are entered into the approach. So suppose like we have discussed, we are doing testing. So that is a very big, like it doesn't actually complete by 1 day or 2 days or at least 1 week. I'm talking about big projects. It actually goes years, sometimes 6 months, sometimes 1 year. So it depends. So definitely you should have an approach, because you are going to work for 1 year, particular client or particular project. You should be in an approach way. You should be in a systematic way. You should be in actually very constructive way. Then only you will reach your goal. See, quality, how quality will come? There should be a proper standards. There should be a proper test plan, and that particular test plan you have to follow. And your team lead or your manager will guide you properly and arrange the particular software, hardwares, and as per your requirement. Like if you require any information, all the actual information need to be come. Otherwise, like how you will validate the functionality? If you don't know functionality, definitely what you will do, you will just it is working. You will make it test case pass and you will go.
Yes.
But later, actually, any production defect, any user end defects, that will kill our image. So for that, we need an approach.
Yes.
So the approach is very rare. Once again, maybe your actually cell is near to your computer.
Actually, it's beside me. Okay.
That is the reason actually.
Signal problem.
Yeah. So let me.
It's on my table right now. Okay. I'll just keep it.
Yeah, it is actually my phone also near to system. So let me put some.
Okay.
One minute. So you understand what is the like need of approach, importance of approach, why we need approach. See, we are targeting for quality and we are aiming for our client should be actually give a appreciation, and client should be actually accept our product, and with the quality and expectation need to be reached, there should be a proper approach. Yes, this is like why should we need approach? Yes, we definitely need an approach for testing. Without approach, you can't reach. See, by doing testing, by writing test cases, and by executing a test cases, you can reach up to some extent. But if you go in a constructive manner and approachable manner, definitely you will have 100% of success. That's what actually here I mentioned. So why we need an approach? There are some reasons why we have incomplete functional coverage. See, these are the actually things, these are the actually problems while doing testing. For that, we need an approach. That is the reason actually I have highlighted this incomplete functional coverage. So nobody doesn't give 100% information to you. So regarding the application or regarding the particular functionality, nobody doesn't give 100%. So you have to ask developer, you have to ask the business analyst, sometimes you have to ask your client. So many people you have to approach. For that, actually, you have to manage your communication mode. Am I right?
Yes.
See, your office, to approach one client to do something, there is a guidelines. Why they are keeping guidelines in any MNC companies or small companies? Why they will frame the guidelines? Everybody have to follow that.
Okay.
So why we need an approach here? We have some problems. To overcome those problems, if we have an approach, like we will reach our goal. So we don't. This is a drawback in testing. Incomplete functional coverage. Now you understand incompletion functional coverage. So we nobody doesn't have 100% information.
Okay.
So it should be come from different sources. So you have to be very constructive communication process and guidelines you have to maintain.
Okay.
And no risk management. See, this is no way measure overall risk issues regarding code coverage and quality metrics. So we can't actually predict what is the risk. Actually, we can predict up to 50% or 60% or 70%. Suppose like code will be completed by, suppose you have to start your testing on 15th. Suppose today, yesterday, but code is not ready, or particularly testers are not available to do. These are kind of risk, na? Right?
Yes.
Code is not available, you can't able to proceed. But
yes,
you can say that okay, code is not available, our testers are not able to. But somewhat actually, you can say that. But if testers are not available,
yeah,
that is a risk.
yes, yes.
So 100% nobody doesn't predict and what will be happen. We don't know about the future, but we know the present and we know the testing standards and guidelines. Those need to be implemented. Then only we will have some approach, we'll have some guidelines and to reach our goal. So too little emphasis on the user task. So here it is actually very big thing. So because testers will focus on the ideal path instead of real path. That means actually now it is too early to discuss this, because once we complete it, you will understand this point. Now I am keeping aside. And inefficient to overcome the long term. Quality assurance in the range of all tasks effectively. Quality assurance program expand their base documentation of the product, and this. These 2 points are actually too early to discuss. Here actually you have to understand why need a approach means. Nobody doesn't support testing team 100%.
100%. Okay.
So what you have to do, you will construct some policies, standards, approach. Okay, I need these documents. I need this kind of actually information. We need to go further. We need such kind of actually informative tasks, informative things. Software is required, code is required. Particularly everything you have to map it. Okay, if it is available, we can do. If it is available, we can do. Or it should be available. You have to send it. Suppose developer actually, usually like how the testing will happen. Let me give that information also, so it will be helpful to you.
Okay.
Here actually, before testing, actually testing team we will start. This is our one actually. So later actually so many things will happen. We will discuss further. But so many type of testing here. But before testing starts, normal testing, developer will prepare a code. Before handover, what developer he has to do unit testing. Okay.
Okay.
Unit testing is nothing but verify the code is properly working or not. If code is working properly, that automatically works functionally. So they have prepared something, immediately they will give to somebody, definitely you will find some defects. So to avoid this, developer have to do one testing is called unit testing. These are called developer testings normally. Developer will do. One is unit testing and integration. These two actually developers will do. Unit testing is nothing but code is properly working or not. The first one.
That means entire code they will execute once.
Yeah, they have prepared. Okay, you are a developer and testing. Suppose.
Okay.
Before sending a code to me, everybody they will do what they have done. They have to review it.
Okay.
It's a kind of review what they have done as a developer.
Okay.
And integration testing, why it is required? Suppose you have 4 modules actually.
Okay.
1, 2, 3, 4. Suppose 4 modules are there. One module actually have some integration with other module. Suppose here actually let's assume that it is a ticket booking.
Okay.
Suppose check the itinerary. Check the tickets actually for understanding.
Okay.
It is cancelled. Suppose I am just giving an example, but all maybe in one module or maybe different module. For understanding, I have mentioned like these are 4 modules, and 4th one is some promo code related, such kind of
Okay.
promo code. These are 4 modules. Let us assume. So once ticket booked, what happened? You need to check your ticket. Check the ticket. This is one module. This is one module. But there is an integration between two, no?
Yeah.
In the same way, if ticket is cancelled, definitely once ticket is ready, ticket is booked, then only you can do the cancellation.
Cancellation. Right.
Any promo code is actually while booking the ticket, promo code is required. So there is a integration between one module to another module.
Okay.
So I have prepared a code for one module, but that is integrated with some 2-3 modules also. You have to check that particular code is working as properly in this module and as well as those modules also.
Okay.
So, or otherwise sometimes actually bank, one transaction is linked to 2-3 transactions. So, but 3-4 transactions in other modules, one transaction in X module, suppose. So he has to check everything. Then only the integration is working properly. Suppose money is withdrawn from my account, but withdrawal is some other area actually. It will do some kind of activity. Without doing that, it should not actually deduct the money. So
yes,
you have to check that integration part also. So that is actually the importance of unit and integration testing. But normally developers, what they will do, I mean, as per my experience, I'm telling, they will prepare a code and some guys actually, I'm just telling 2-3% of guys actually do proper unit and integration testing, and they will send the code to testers.
okay.
Remaining 90% people, what they will do, yeah, tester is there, he will take care of that. If any problem, he will come to me. Why I have to bother?
Okay.
This kind of actually mentality I have seen in my projects, lot of projects actually.
Okay.
So that's what actually we need a guidelines. Okay, suppose like okay, testing is started. Now developer role is he has to do unit testing and integration, and he has to share the unit testing and integration results to you. But if he doesn't share anything, what is your role as a tester? You have to escalate it, or you have to ask them. So for the yeah, please send the results logs.
Yes.
If there is no guidelines, there is no approach, such kind of, how you will ask them? Hey, I don't share anything. There is nothing else actually committed. So then you, oh boss, actually it is committed. You have to share the unit and integration results. So then the guidelines and all this actually proper approach and all this will help you as a tester.
Okay.
So nobody doesn't support if you follow the guidelines. Sorry, if you follow the guidelines, definitely everybody they have to support you.
Okay.
So for that actually we need a proper approach and all this. So are you clear in this area actually?
Yes.
Why we need means we have a lot of problems. Once you started testing, code will be not available, and that particular defects will not fix as per the timelines, and you will not get a proper information, proper documents, proper sufficient information. So many areas actually will stuck. So at that time, if you have a proper guidelines and you will share to everybody, okay, boss, we have a testing team and we have some guidelines, and these are the guidelines. You will go through that. You have to follow that.
Okay.
And at the time of actually initiation, testing initiation, what we will do, we'll prepare a test plan. Those test plan actually will share to all the teams, development team, testing team, business analyst, client, everything. Boss, actually this is our guidelines. We'll follow. Everybody will follow. And if any discussions you said, tell me now. Don't actually delay at the time of execution or at the time of actually testing time. Otherwise, we will be in a trouble. So for that, actually, we will share the documents and share the informations or mails and which is the communication channels. So through test plan, actually, we will send a communication. Through mails, we will send a communication. Through like which are the channels, by arranging meetings and by conveying, we will say that our standards, guidelines, and what you require also you will tell. Okay, to continue our testing, we need a proper documentation, proper information, proper inputs. Those are actually inputs we required. We will put in a document or mail. We will send to and share to everybody. Please support us.
Okay.
So many issues. We need an approach and the proper systematic way. So that is the actual intention of this slide. So are you good in this area? Actually, you understand why we need a proper guidelines and standards approach. Srikanth?
Yes.
Yeah, if you're okay, we'll move to further. That's the intention. So now actually we are actually entering into the testing techniques now.
Okay.
So 1 minute. Okay, anyway, we'll discuss the STLC part later.
Okay.
We'll start with the techniques actually. Type of what are the actually testing types? You can say that. So black box, white box, and gray box. These are the three areas. So do you have any idea about this testing kind of what is black box, white box, gray box? Did you hear it anywhere?
Yeah, actually, I have come across these terms, black box, white box.
So do you have any information on this idea?
Actually, I read it long back. I forgot right now.
Okay, no issues. Just for understanding, black box. By name actually block box testing. So what is the aim of our testing is we doesn't know any nothing what is written in the code and all this.
Okay.
So as a developer, he has developed something. He has written 1,000 lines of codes, lakh of lines of code. We don't bother actually. Our motto is particularly once user ID and password actually entered, that particular click on the login. Login is working or not? That is the motto.
Yeah.
Suppose you want to validate the login button, login this one page.
Yes.
We have written so many things to work this. Maybe 1 line of code or 100 lines of code 1,000 lines of code, no need to bother. So what is actually tester will think that he will feel is a black box and only he will concentrate on the functionality. No need of any knowledge on coding and all this. If you have a knowledge on coding, it's well and good, but to do testing it is not required. What is required? You have to understand the functionality. So what you have to understand here? That login, how to do login and what to do with the login, and what are the verifications required for the login and how it should behave after login. Those are the actually main things. Am I right?
Yes.
So total application, what this guy will think that he will feel as a black box and he will start his testing. That means only functionality concentrated on this. Whereas a white box means everything is visible. So code testing. So those who are actually knowledge on coding and knowledge on such kind of actually implementation, such kind of things, they will verify the code which you have written. So those who are actually how
we don't do white box testing, so
yes, we don't do, but sometimes actually suppose you are a developer. Okay. You are become a tester, but you know both. So at that time, like suppose it depends upon your client, but normally I don't know about the code. Suppose you are actually background of testing, mostly 95% of people doesn't know about the code and other stuff. Only they will concentrate on the
black box
functionality, and functionality is breaking into the test cases and executing the test cases by verifying the functionality is working or not. These are the two areas actually they have to concentrate. For this, they will do 100 things. But white box testers, they will do coding verification also whenever required. But whereas a gray box, those who are actually having knowledge on both black box and white box. So anyway, like I have given a complete picture about the black box, white box and gray box, but gray box is not required and white box is not required. For understanding, I have given like how we will go and all this approach and all this, but very important topic is for us black box. So like that is very important. So let me give a overview on BB testing. Okay. So here actually let me make it big so you can understand. Are you okay? Are you able to visible? Are you okay with this?
No, just increase the font slightly.
Okay.
Yeah, no, it's okay. Yes.
Okay. So black box testing. So let me see. I'm just reading this. Black box testing is also called functionality testing. Let me close this. Otherwise, it will create a problem. Okay. So in this testing, user will be asked to test the correctness of the functionality with the help of inputs and outputs. So what is saying that it is kind of functionality testing. It is also called functionality testing, and this test user will ask to test the correctness of the functionality. So this was actually we have discussed. And user doesn't require the knowledge of software code. And what will be the actually approach for the black box? How they will do black box? By these three techniques. So three techniques are, what are the three techniques? Equivalence class, boundary value analysis, error guessing. So we will discuss about the equivalence class, boundary value analysis, and error guessing. So what is equivalence class? For each piece of the specification, generate one or more equivalence class label valid or invalid. So suppose, let me open one website so you can understand properly. Okay.
Okay.
So IRCTC. Anyway, this is very common. So okay, suppose login.
Okay.
Yeah. What is this? Because we are discussing more on login, so I don't want to like discuss on only login. We need some more examples for like give an understanding. That is the intention. So I'm just logging and we'll discuss further. So now it is login. Okay. Suppose like you take a functionality. Suppose if I click on station X to station Y.
Okay.
So here actually, okay, how you will test this functionality? Can you give an like? Can you try from your end so better like?
Okay.
So I want to test this from station to station. These two fields actually now I have to check.
Okay. Actually, just we write the station name like SEC. SEC, Secunderabad, and
okay, go ahead.
And our destination is Vizag, VSKP. Actually, it is taking the values or not, right?
Yeah. Okay. Good.
And next, after placing the journey date, if we click submit, whether it is going to next page regarding passenger details or not, right?
Yeah. Okay.
I think this test case has passed, I think, because by clicking submit button, it's going automatically to next page without displaying any errors.
Okay. Okay.
Then what next?
Okay. You told about the positive case. Okay. You have entered the from station and to station, and then you have given the date and click on submit. Then it is going to
next page.
Next page. That is positive. But what I will do if I give a chance to work on this particular functionality, first I will check. I will enter two letters, SC.
Okay.
Or SCC, or such kind of actually words I will enter, and particularly that related information is coming as a drop down or not, I will check first.
Okay.
So what I'm doing, okay, I'm just doing a being an experienced or new guy actually what they will do. What I will do, I will check by entering two letters or one letter, or maybe I'll enter by S. Okay, S related are coming or not. Because that should come actually.
Yeah, display.
Yeah, if I enter A related should come.
Okay.
I enter like ACH related. So this is actually like after proper testing, it is released to the public. Now it is displaying. If I actually without any testing, they do okay. Randomly they have typed something, it is coming, and they have actually thrown the code to public. Definitely, so many issues will come.
Yes,
so, being a tester, you have to use your all techniques as much as possible. So we have actually techniques. What are our techniques actually? Equivalence class part. So valid or invalid? Okay, I'm doing this valid scenario. What is a valid scenario here? I'm entering a proper inputs.
Valid values.
Yes. Invalid means I give some star.
Dummy values, yes.
Yeah, some XYZ star.
Numbers. It shouldn't take.
It shouldn't take actually, but here actually how they have like taken that I don't know, but that is depend upon their actual requirement. But actually, if you enter the this kind of actually information,
yes, star, it shouldn't take. Yes.
So here actually, while giving a requirement, how the requirement will start, I will tell you now. From section, you should accept only characters, or you should accept the characters and numeric values, and you should accept the, like characters like numeric characters and special characters. Such kind of actually requirement they will give. So that's what actually you can able to enter all this.
Okay.
Suppose you give only characters. You try to enter a number, you should not allow actually. You should give a numbers are not allowed, such kind of actually information. I mean, such kind of pop-ups or error message should come.
Yes.
So you have to think in such a way, valid or invalid data, valid scenario or invalid or positive or negative kind of actually scenario you have to do. Okay. And label classes are valid. Generate a test case for each equivalence class. Here actually equivalence class, what I will give one example for the equivalence class. Suppose I have a field, that field only accepts the special characters. But try with numeric, try with characters, try with some other XYZ which are available in the keyboard. What is the positive scenario here? What is the negative or valid or invalid? What is should allow, actually it is a positive. What should not allow is a negative. So in each and every area, you have to think about the valid or invalid.
Yes.
That is actually the approach.
Okay.
And what is the boundary value analysis? Second one. Okay.
Limit within the boundary we have to give.
Yes, you're right. Suppose my field should allow only 10
characters
or character numerator, it allow special characters and everything, but it should not actually exceed 10.
Yes.
So my boundary values, what is my boundary values analysis? I need to check with 10. I need to check with 9. I mean 10 minus 1 here.
Yes.
And I need to check with 10 plus 1. 11. Oh, so you are covering everything now.
Yeah.
So 9, you have to check with 9, you have to check with 11, you have to check with 10. Or either you can check with the 7 also, 5 also, you can check with the 15 also, you can check with some other number also. But you should not actually exceed 10. So by giving 11 characters or 12 characters, they will give such kind of information also. System should not actually take after 10 as input. So user can able to enter only 10. So what you will do by entering after 10 also you will type something, but system should not take. And by entering 8 characters or 8 kind of letters or characters or anything, system should not actually save that. So this kind of actually boundary values you have to do. You understand now?
Yes, understood.
So here actually tell me the boundary values for 55. My particular field should allow only 55 character or special characters or numeric. So can you tell me the boundary values for this?
Actually, it shouldn't accept more than 55 characters.
Okay, that means 55 plus 1, 56.
Yes.
And you should not save by 54 characters.
Okay, okay.
That means like you should accept 54 also, 50 also.
But it shouldn't save.
But like, okay, the requirement if mandatory, if it is 55, you have to do this. But up to 55, it will allow. But after 55, you should actually say that only. See, maybe you are seeing the Naukri. More than 300 characters, if you enter something, only it allows 300 characters.
It won't take on. Yes.
Yeah, it will give an error message. You should not actually give more than 300 characters. Such kind of message should come. So such kind of actually validation you have to do.
Okay.
And one more is error guessing. Third one. So generate a test case against the specification. That means it's a kind of complete negative kind of stuff. So which is not related to the functionality also, you can try to do and you can prove that it should not work. That means negative, completely error. Okay, if I do this, it behave any kind of errors will come. Such kind of actually motto behind this error guessing. Suppose if I enter special characters, it throws any errors or not. Because there is no such kind of requirement. But being a tester, you have to understand and you can say that, okay, I have tested application properly. At that time, okay, I have tested with the special characters also, sir. It is actually allowed. Maybe I don't know as per the requirement it is allowed or not, but even also I have tested with that also. That means it gives an error or not. You will check by error guessing, by the intention of error guessing. So these are the actually main mottos while doing testing. You have to validate the equivalence class, you have to check the boundary value analysis, and you have to check the error guessing perspective.
Okay.
So that is the actually importance of these three.
Okay.
So in the same way, white box actually it is not required, but for your understanding, there is a slide. I'm not actually more in depth, but what you have to understand, like here, white box testing is also called as a developer testing, and it is called as a structural testing. And how they will do their testing means by verifying the code. So for this, actually, you have to knowledge on the coding and all this. So it is actually not up for the testers, but there is one kind of testing you have to know what is white box testing. At the time of interview, they will ask. So you can say it is a developer's testing or it is a white box testing is nothing but also it is called as a code testing or code verification, code validation. Such kind of actually answers you have to give. That is the intention. This point actually I have covered.
Okay.
So gray box. In the same way, what is gray box? Can you tell me what is actually happening in the gray box?
Both code testing and functional testing.
Yeah, in the interview you have to say, yeah, gray box testing is a testing. It is actually a combination of black box and white box.
White box.
So those who have knowledge on the black box and white box, they will do gray box testing. So do you have any idea about the gray box means? I don't have any idea because I didn't get any chance of gray box testing as of now. Only I am very good in black box testing.
Okay.
You have to give answer such a way. Okay. So these are the interview questions. So if you want to note down, you can note down. Nowadays, actually, when we started our career before 10 years or 12 years, at the time internet was not that much popular. So notes is very important. Nowadays, see, being actually this generation, like, okay, 10 to 15 years of every gap, the gap is one generation gap actually.
Yes.
You have an opportunity of internet. So if you go like all the information which I have told, you will get from the internet. But the thing is, how you will take up and you understand and you will actually put at the time of interview and how you will explain, that is important. So information is vast and you will get a lot of information in the net. But the thing is, you have to understand the concept in a easy way and explainable way and interview specific way. That is the motto. So here actually techniques, what are the testing techniques? This is one question.
Okay.
Can you tell me what are the what is type of testings actually? This is, you can mention testing types. Okay.
Okay.
And these are actually techniques. Approach they have mentioned, but tech.
Okay.
Okay. So what are the? Could you please tell me testing techniques? Yeah, there are three type of
Types: black box testing, white box testing, and gray
No,
box.
no, those are the types actually. This is actually a tricky question also. So there are type of testing. Somebody, what are the actually techniques also they will you will see in the internet or some of the books actually. So you go in a standard way, testing types: black
Types.
box,
Okay.
white box, gray box. If anybody asks, what are the actually techniques, testing techniques? To say that there are three type of techniques: equivalence
Equivalence
class,
class, BVA.
BVA, boundary value analysis, and error guessings.
Okay.
So you just explain what is equivalence class and BVA and error guessing.
Okay.
So you have to understand what is equivalence class and what is boundary value analysis and error guessing. So nobody doesn't see the definition perspective nowadays. Being an experienced guy, if somebody asks, can you tell me what is the definition? Maybe suddenly it doesn't come out my mouth. But I can explain, okay, black box testing is a kind of testing which is called as a functional testing, and it is called also functional testing. Such kind of actually, by understanding, you will frame yourself. That is important.
Yes.
So better understanding, definitely it will reach your goal.
Okay.
So the interview questions also discussed for these topics. Alright. We have discussed about the interview topics for approach also, and real time what is actually why it is required. And now we have type of testing we have discussed, and we have discussed about the black box, white box, gray box, and what are the examples also, and phases of software testing actually.
STLC.
Hmm.
Okay.
Installation and maintenance, bug fixes. After this, file conversion and all this maintenance and all this actually.
Can we start it especially tomorrow, this topic?
Okay, no problem. But tomorrow actually, what is the actually tomorrow topic? This is actually this. It is not actually okay. Hello. Okay, tomorrow we'll start from this. This is not actually we have discussed already. Maybe it is a wrong
Slide. Okay.
placement. So what is actually happening in the installation? What is actually happening in the maintenance? We have already discussed this part. So by mistake, actually it has come here. So let me correct it. Table format for all phases of SDLC. So now we have discussed about these two actually we have discussed already. But let me give an overview of this slide. So we will close this anyway. We have discussed what is actually happening in the installation and maintenance. Maintenance actually it is a big topic. I will discuss later. But what is actually happening in installation? Once code is ready, exe file is ready. What you will do while doing any installation in your system? That particular you will download it. And you will actually install.
Run that exe file.
So bug fixes and support related. Installation is file conversion, system testing. This kind of actually not required for you. This is completely it's not your job. This need to be set up by somebody else actually. So I'll remove this slide. It is not that much important. If that is important, I will discuss maintenance, corrective maintenance, perfect. What type of maintenance actually we will discuss.
Okay.
But okay, we will take 5 minutes. We will complete this slide also.
Okay.
Okay. So bug fixes, you understand, like okay, what when after testing actually what we will do? We have some kind of actually bugs. I mean defects. So you are a developer. Let us assume you are a developer. I'm testing. I have actually tested once you have sent a code, and I have verified, and that is have some issues. So I will raise as a defects, and those defects actually notified to you.
Okay.
What you will do? You will fix it, and you will send the fresh code.
Yes.
So those are called bug fixes.
Okay.
So what I will do that bug fixes, I'll re-verify that particular functionality is working properly or not. Any the support related topics means continuously they will have some bugs, they will have some new requirements. This kind of actually flow will come continuously. It will go from once again the requirement understanding, then designing, then coding, then testing, then this kind of actually support related.
Okay.
So while doing installation, what they will do, somebody XYZ in your company will do a kind of installation. You need not to bother actually. Most big companies, this is not your job. Your job is once everything setup is ready, you have to start the testing. But nowadays, actually, for the cost reduction, cost cutting, people want to reduce their cost. So if tester will do kind of all activities which somebody XYZ will do, they will save their money.
Yes.
So because of cost cutting and so this is actually the intention for understanding file conversion, any kind of system testing they have to do, system changeover, new system became optional, staffing, training, and all this actually at the time of installation now. Once the code is ready, installation will do, and that particular application we will give some kind of trainings also which they will use. Like now more guy actually approached us and they told to develop a application. We have developed and we have installed that application. Testing is done, everything is fine, and we have installed. But
Okay.
more guys need to be understand what is that application.
Yes.
So for them, proper training is required.
Yes.
So those are actually need to do after testing activities also. One or two people will go from testing, one or two people will go from developer team, and one or two people will go. So all those who are having a very good knowledge on that application, those who are having a very good knowledge on communication and all this, they will select 4-5 people and they will send to the client place. I mean more place. We'll take more as an example up to our last. So we'll be in sync. Okay. So
Okay.
now one more company is there. They have developed for one software for one supermarket. Now we will go and install in that supermarket and we will train to the people who are actually using that software.
Okay.
And at that time, like without how they can understand, we have to give a proper time. So those kind of actually things will happen after your testing. So no need to give more importance, but sometimes actually if you are real time, they'll ask such kind of questions also. For that I have prepared this.
Okay.
Okay, so maintenance, corrective maintenance, perfective maintenance, adaptive maintenance. Here actually once the application is ready and it is installed and later actually so many changes actually happen in the market or so many while giving requirement he maybe doesn't understand, he has not given a complete requirement, only 50% of requirement he has given, he have developed up to that, but now client has actually changed his mind and he wants to develop some more functionality in that. So at the time of maintenance he will give as a new requirement.
Okay.
So corrective maintenance and perfective maintenance to make your application perfective as per the application standards, market standards, or market improvements, and adaptive. Adaptive also same, perfective and adaptive both same. What is actually happened? You have developed an application before 5 years, but nowadays so many changes will happen. Definitely you have to take a adaptive maintenance. That means
Update. Okay.
so many market updates you need to implement, otherwise you will be like uh, not give a proper competition to your competitors.
Okay.
So that kind of actually we have to educate the client because we need money after this project. He should be stay back with us and he has to give a proper change request, new requirements. Every time actually we need money as a software company.
Okay.
So such kind of actually information and such kind of actually things we will do. We will give a sign, such kind of signs to the client. So that is not that much important. For only information sake, I am giving this. But this is very important slide. If you want me to go ahead, we will go today, or otherwise we'll do tomorrow. But it is up to you, because I want to. If I am going fast, we'll stop here. If you are okay up to now, we'll do tomorrow.
Actually, let me see what all you taught me today, and if any doubts, then I can get back to you. Yeah, okay.
No issues. Okay, you
just. That's why I'm trying to stop you here.
So we have actually at the 21st slide. So we have completed around 6 to 7 slides.
7 slides.
But here actually don't go with the slides. But
okay.
I'm giving a complete 3 areas actually I'm touching. One is I'm giving a definition point of view, and I'm giving an understanding point of view. On top of I'm giving a real-time examples, and I'm giving a interview specific questions and answers also.
Okay.
So the class should be actually productive. That is the importance. So you go through the topics which I have discussed till now, and tomorrow we'll have some 5 to 10 minutes of queries sessions if you have. No problem.
Okay, sure.
Okay. So I have shared my PPTs as of now. Did you get it?
Actually, the recording I got. I think this slides I got.
No problem. Good. So you go through the slides as well as the recordings. So go through the slides mostly, because recordings anyway you are already as part of this. But slides, if you go, why it is like this? What is this? Actually, this topic, maybe if I missed by overlook or something, you just ask me. I will explain. Okay, that's all actually. Anyway, we'll discuss tomorrow. It's almost 9:30. So I have taken 15 minutes extra as of now. So no problem. That's a good actually. We will cover 1 or 2 days actually we missed now. We will cover this. Tomorrow also I will take 15 minutes or 20 minutes if you are okay. But if you are, I don't load you.
Okay.
Because the motto is you should be understand, and you should be after like course you should be happy, and you should happy at the same time you should learn something. That is the importance.
Yes.
See, money I will get if I give a diplomatic way, if I go in other way also, but that is not my motto. Money I will get end of the day anyway, but at the same time both parties should be happy. That is the important.
Yes.
Okay, na?
Okay.
Anyway, up to 21 slides I will share.
Okay.
Anyway, this is actually not placed here. It should be actually somewhere else. No problem. You can correct it if you want, like, or otherwise tomorrow we'll correct it.
Okay.
The 21st, but I will share right away because almost 9:15. So I'll share directly straight away. Go through that and come up with the queries. Tomorrow we'll start with our queries if you have any queries, or otherwise we'll start our session. Okay? Good night, Sigan.
Good night.
Yeah. Okay, thank you.
Okay.